Chi. Đến đây, du khách sẽ tận mắt chứng kiến hệ thống địa đạo chạy ngoằn ngoèo dưới lòng đất, một kỳ quan được tạo nên bởi chính những người chiến sĩ cách mạng Việt Nam. Quan sát vô số hầm trong bẫy địch. Di tích Bến Dược. Ngoài việc giới thiệu địa đạo nơi đây, còn có điểm nhấn đặc biệt là khu tái hiện vùng giải phóng với những kiến trúc nhà cửa, cuộc sống sinh hoạt chiến đấu của quân và dân Củ Chi trong giai đoạn từ năm 1961 đến năm 1972. Đến với khu tái hiện vùng giải phóng di tích lịch sử địa đạo Củ Chi, du khách không chỉ hiểu thêm về một vùng đất đã chịu nhiều mất mát hy sinh trong chiến tranh, mà còn thấm đậm tinh thần yêu nước, ý chí quật cường của người dân Củ Chi. Qua đó, góp phần giáo dục cho thế hệ trẻ về trách nhiệm bảo vệ vững chắc Tổ quốc Việt Nam và xây dựng quê hương ngày càng giàu đẹp hơn.
Những hình ảnh như chúng ta vừa thấy cũng phần nào giúp cho du khách hình dung ra được cuộc sống của những người chiến sĩ năm xưa. Ngày nay, địa đạo Củ Chi đã khoác lên mình một diện mạo mới với nhiều điều thú vị. Bên cạnh các yếu tố lịch sử, du khách đến với địa đạo còn được tiếp xúc nhiều loại hình vui chơi thú vị khác.
Với các vận thể thao hữu ích như đạp xe đôi, chạy thuyền kayak.
Xin giới thiệu quý khách, đây là 3 hình dùng để ngụy trang. Súng cabin là vũ khí của quân đội Mỹ. Đây là những súng
So you'll go see the thumbnail.
How long is the movie?
Liberation Film Studio. Scenery, immense with hundreds of rubber trees. Fu Chi, a small piece of land only 150 square kilometers with a road and water system, large and complex city of the Americans. With a location like that, with a really Washington D.C., just like the Trang Nam village, there came a stampede, charged into Cu Chi Guerrilla's region. Who are the Cu Chi fighters? They are little Trang Ji-gung, the small girl who lost her father, and in her a hatred, a want for revenge from her family, her country. And so many fighters with their faces appearing above ground, with their rifles and grenades, and over 100 attacks per day of those well-trained soldiers. But by counterattacks and ambush, Jung's group killed nearly 118 Americans. Those are the fighters of Phạm Văn Cội, well-trained and a love for his comrades, a hatred of U.S. bombs and bullets. He used his intelligence and rifles to destroy planes, using the right time to charge right into the enemy's hangout. After the first stage of fighting against the Americans, he himself killed hundreds of Americans and was awarded 3 awards for killing Americans. the success of killing 16 American soldiers, 3 tanks, Barney was awarded as the American Killer Hero. Also, there was Lottie Moore, the little schoolgirl, cute and gentle of the fields. Although she was weak, but through war, she had her decision and said to the men soldiers, "Wherever you go, I'll be able to go too." Sometimes she used rifles, sometimes grenades. 8 days continuously, she tracked down the enemy. In her first encounter with the enemy, she was awarded as American Killer Hero. To destroy tanks. Mainly from the initiative of Hero Phạm Văn Cõi, the fighters had used their initiative to make bombs and bullets. They made a wooden platform with bullets on it. They also made explosives and grenades to fly. Although they took from the Americans new kinds of guns and especially quick explosives, M71, the Kuti guerrillas never stopped using their own traditional weapons. Bamboo traps, which used to be used for hunting animals, now were used to hunt American enemies. Coming to Kuti, the Americans would always fall into these bamboo traps. Each trap is a trap for fighting. Every person is a soldier, a hero. That is the powerful force of Kuti guerrillas. Although they had to live in poverty, the Kuti inhabitants would not retreat and give way to 1 inch of their land. They were determined bombshells, but overcoming tremendous difficulties, they continued to work so guerrillas could eat enough and win the war. A small village under shady trees, Kuti has turned into a treacherous target for the Americans. Everywhere there were bamboo traps or hiding places. Underground with tunnels and waves on top of one another, creating a magnificent system, joining one village to another, one province to another province, assuring determination for all fighters to live safe under any circumstances and still be in positive position. The soldiers stood up safety tunnels, and their heavy weapons could prevent the enemy from entering the village. But when the enemy charged into the village, the guerrillas could follow their steps day after day, appearing around the ground, everything, sometimes from behind, sometimes charging out suddenly, so that an American colonel had to explain that they could not see any Viet Congs, that there were Viet Congs everywhere. printing press as a huge, complicated system, unlike any other system. No architect can design such a system. In one of his journals, one lieutenant in the 5th Division came into Kochi in 1966, had to reveal that anyone who went into these tunnels had to admire the talent, the determination, the patience of communists, and hundreds of enemies had to die under the guerrillas' rifles on entering the tunnels. And although day after day the Americans wanted to take over Kochi, they were defeated. The Kochi guerrillas still stood firm at the gateway to Saigon City. Face to face with the enemy, the Kochi inhabitants still had time to play. The bombs could not shatter their songs and music. They fought without tiring, and always prepared to face any kind of enemy, although as strong as they were. Even pushed them ahead to protect the village. The 7 attacked defeated, the American soldiers charged into the pass and made camp there to have a foot position to move into the communist territory. Immediately, the guerrillas knew about the enemy's plan and made a plan to construct a surrounding circle of guerrillas to surround the enemy. The guerrillas never failed. In the daytime, they were undercover. At night, they killed Americans. They were never afraid of hardships and always found ways to kill Americans. In hardships, they came together. Everyone entered the circle to bathe and wash. And with the love of everyone, the life of guerrillas in the circle were wonderful. Their good cooperation and planning, their courage and strength, their good communication, the Kochi guerrillas turned the communist circle into a death circle for the enemy. The circle not only was for the southwestern provinces, but also a footstep into the Saigon center of the American region.